Hey there, folks. It's your old pal Andy Ingram here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit with me for a while. You know, at my age, I've learned that the best conversations happen when we take our time and speak honestly with each other. Lately, I've been thinking quite a bit about how much everyday life in America has changed over the decades. Some of these changes are truly wonderful. Some make life easier, safer, and more convenient. But if I'm being completely honest with you, quite a few of them make me shake my head and wonder why things had to get so complicated, so expensive, and sometimes so stressful. Today, I'd like to have a calm, honest conversation with you about several areas where the difference between then and now feels especially noticeable. We'll talk about air travel, grocery shopping and the cost of living, technology and how we connect with each other, healthcare, entertainment, and even how we spend our free time. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable in your favorite chair, and let's take our time talking about it together. Let's start with something many of us still experience: flying. Not that many years ago, going to the airport was pretty straightforward. You could leave your house with enough time to park the car, check your bag if needed, walk through security without much fuss, and still have time to sit down for a cup of coffee before boarding. The whole process felt manageable and even a little enjoyable. Today, it's become a completely different experience. Airlines and airports now regularly recommend arriving 3 or even 4 hours early for domestic flights at the bigger airports. Security lines can stretch for hours. You have to take off your shoes, empty your pockets, pull out your laptop, remove your liquids, all while hoping you don't miss your flight because the line is moving so slowly. It's not just inconvenient, it's exhausting, especially for older folks like us who simply want to visit our children or grandchildren without turning the whole trip into a stressful ordeal. I've heard from so many seniors who now dread flying because of how tiring and unpredictable it has become. Another area that hits very close to home for a lot of us is the grocery store. A simple weekly shopping trip used to be routine and predictable. You could fill your cart with milk, eggs, bread, meat, fresh vegetables, and a few treats, and still have money left over for the rest of the week. Prices went up slowly, and most families could plan around them without too much stress. These days, many seniors tell me that walking into the grocery store feels like a budgeting exercise. The price of eggs, meat, bread, milk, and even basic staples seems to climb faster than our income can keep up, even with the small cost of living adjustments from Social Security. A lot of people I hear from are making difficult choices every month. They're buying less of the foods they enjoy, choosing cheaper store brands, skipping certain items altogether, or sometimes stretching meals in ways they never had to before. It's not that we expect prices to stay exactly the same forever, but when the increases happen so quickly and so consistently, it creates real hardship for millions of retirees who worked hard their whole lives and now just want to live comfortably without constant worry about the next grocery bill or utility payment. Then there's the way we communicate and spend our time together. Modern technology has brought some wonderful benefits. We can video call our grandchildren who live hundreds of miles away and actually see their smiling faces in real time. We can look up information instantly and stay in touch with friends and family more easily than ever before. That's something to be grateful for. But I also see a downside. Families sitting around the dinner table, but everyone is staring at their own phone instead of talking to each other. Neighbors who barely know one another's names anymore. Children spending more time indoors on screens than playing outside with friends like we used to. We've gained incredible speed and convenience, but I worry we've lost some of the simple human moments that used to bring us closer. The long conversations on the porch, the spontaneous visits, the sense of community that came from actually being together in the same physical space. It feels like we're more connected than ever on our devices, yet somehow more isolated at the same time. We also can't ignore how much healthcare has changed. On the positive side, we have medical treatments and medicines today that didn't even exist when I was younger. Surgeries that once seemed impossible are now routine. That's a real blessing for many people. On the other hand, The cost of staying healthy has become overwhelming for far too many seniors. Doctor visits, prescriptions, insurance premiums, and hospital stays, they all keep rising year after year. A lot of good people are spending a much larger portion of their fixed income just to stay well. It makes me wonder sometimes if we've traded simplicity and affordability for complexity and high costs. Many folks I talk to say they're afraid to go to the doctor because they're worried about the bill. What about you? Which changes in daily life have affected you the most, for better or for worse? Which ones do you miss from years ago, and which ones do you actually appreciate now? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. I read every single one and I truly enjoy hearing from you. If this video gave you something to think about or made you feel a little less alone in your feelings, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and hope you'll subscribe for more conversations like this. Stay calm, stay kind, take care of each other, and God bless.